everybody. We ended up sleeping in. It was supposed to be raining all day today, starting first thing in the morning, so I didn't even bother waking up early to go fish at first light. Anyhow, we're gonna pack our stuff. We're gonna go out. We're gonna try to catch something before it hits.
All right, guys, we are sharing this spot with the family, and it is, so it might be kind of loud, might be some rocks thrown. And I don't mind. I don't think the fish will either. We'll see. I'm thinking this pre-storm bite is gonna be pretty solid. They look fairly active. I'm already seeing blow-ups out here. There we go, guys, fish on. Fish on, first fish of the day. What do we got? That pre-storm bite. Maybe we just needed a little bit of rain. Oh yeah, he's a fighter. Oh, would you look at that? Oh, spit it. That was a buffalo fish who took it by the mouth, which is awesome. I do have some smaller baits I might throw for him.
Yeah, I didn't think nobody caught anything out of that pond.
I've been fishing it on, because it's somewhat less windy, so when there's a chop on the river, I go there and probably went 30 times, caught maybe 5 fish out of there. So I think it's just way overfished. I know they stock it with catfish once a year, but I think a lot of people just take them out of there right away, and they don't have a chance to grow too huge. Yeah. Then again, I don't like eating them when they're bigger than 10 pounds. No. Just a little too muddy for my taste.
All right, considering we just had that little, well, he wasn't little, that buffalo latch on, we're gonna throw on a smaller paddle tail, so a 3-incher rather than that 3-inch 3.5 incher. Can't talk right now. This should pick up these little buffalo. Seems like there's a lot of them.
I heard it too. I've been hearing it for a little bit now. Maybe it's about to hit us. I was hoping it wouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, I was hoping it would wait.
I get worried about those tornadoes ever since that last one. Yeah. You know, I'm up only, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes away from here.
They call it the rain.
It's nice here because we got this wind resistance everywhere. It's hard to fish anyplace else. Yeah, I'll probably be spawning you out pretty soon.
There we go. Fish on. Look at that hard fighter. Right as the thunder rolls in. Epic. What are you? What are you? There we go. Buffalo. Right as the storm's coming. Oh man, there's lightning. We gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. Oh. Oh, and he ate it. Yes, sir. Let me get you on hook. Buddy, we gotta run.
There we go, guys. Hard fighting buffalo. And I gotta scram. I'm seeing lightning in the distance now. The storm's really coming. We're gonna finish up this video later. Beautiful, beautiful fish though. Look at her. Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
All right, so the rain kind of let up. It rained for about 3 hours, really hard. Creek is just, it's a mudslide right now. So I came out here to the Cumberland in my marina. It's somewhat sheltered from the higher winds, and we're gonna try to pick off a few fish. It is fairly windy though, so I'm gonna try to keep the audio as clean as possible and cut out some of the harder parts. But I am working a inline spinner right now. Hey, there's a nice fish, guys. On the inline. Oh, fighter. Fighting like a white bass. Yeah. Surely is. Beautiful fish. We're gonna use some pliers to get this guy free. Be a little more precise than just yanking on those trebles. Looks like I got him through the tongue. Here's one and two. Beautiful white. So, absolutely love those fish. It's just nice to be catching something in this weather. Let's see what we can catch. Oh, good fish. Oh my gosh, we lost it. That was a nice fish. I wonder what that was. So, one downside about this inline spinner to me is that I do lose a lot of bass on it. It's just kind of awkward in their mouth sometimes, bigger fish especially. I'm not saying you can't catch them. I do catch them quite often on them. I used to fish these a lot more. I mean, it's got many pros though in this kind of environment right now as well. I don't know if I'd be being seen with the paddle tail. That flash surely helps me out. It is smaller profile, smaller than a spinner bait, so I'm going to be able to pick up those species like white bass, skipjack, yellows, whatever is willing to bite. It's probably going to be able to fit this in its mouth for the most part, even crappie. Gar love them. My first gar catch was on one of these. Things are looking dark, fellas. I think I ought to get the hell out of here. Come back tomorrow. There's some real cold air rolling through. Been having some tornado warnings too. Not seeing any lightning yet. Oh yeah. Oh, we on one. Nice fish. Look at that, a buffalo. Oh, drum. Just a multi-species day. Nice little drum. About to head out too. What's up, good looking? It sure is windy up here. Let me get you back in. Awesome fish. I just love the variety we get here, guys. I'm sure you can barely hear me with all the wind. Thanks, buddy. I was waiting for one of those to smack us. Oh, here it comes, here it comes. We'll get out of here. Lord. I had a feeling this part of the video was gonna end this way. Well, it appears the weather forecast was right. And now we're getting poured on, so I'm gonna head home, and tomorrow we're gonna do a little part 2 to this video to be a true post-storm thing. Then again, the storm's still gonna be rolling tomorrow, so we're just gonna see what the bite's like. I'll see y'all later. All right, everybody, it is the day after the storm. We're gonna try to get some fish on. It looks like I have about a 3-hour window before we get hit by yet another storm. So right now we got about 10-mile-per-hour winds. Within 3 hours, it should be at 15. So let's try to get some fish on, my friends. I got a 1/4-ounce jig head rigged with a spark shad. I'm thinking that's gonna do us some justice. I brought some other baits too to kind of mess around with, some stuff with blades, whatnot. We'll see if we can get them to bite, guys. I'm gonna get this bait in the water. Let's catch some fish. Well, it looks like somebody had a bad day. I gotta say, they kind of deserve it if they're just gonna leave their garbage around here. I actually save all my broken rods. I have about a half dozen right now. When I made the decision to start saving them, I'd like to make something out of them someday, like put them in a glass table or something cool. I don't really know. Right now they just sit in my closet. All right, looks like it's time for that inline spinner, fellas. This one's a little big. It's a 10.6 gram one. Try to run this over the rocks real quick. There we go, that's a fish immediately. And we lost it, he spit that, I think. Or, no, he's still on, Skipjack. And he's a thrashing. Now, if you are using treble baits with these fellas, well, it looks like, you know what, we're gonna use pliers. They just wriggle so much. Last thing I want to be doing is having a bleeding thumb while I'm trying to fish out here. So they're biting. All right, buddy. We are fishing the river. I made the jump. I just couldn't catch anything. I think I spent about 35, 40 minutes out working that area. Tried a couple different banks. Just, they weren't biting. So naturally, moving to the actual river, and we'll see if they want to bite here. I don't know, not going so well. Usually they're gonna hit. If they're not hitting in there, they're gonna be hitting over here, but I guess we're about to find out. All right, so river's high, it is roaring. We just had all that rain. Doesn't look too choppy, but that current's gonna be pulling. It's not a bad thing though. A lot more riprap is exposed. I'm thinking we're gonna be able to get torn up pretty well out here. A lot more so than the other area we were fishing. There's also a little bit slightly better water clarity up here. Ooh. And just as I spoke, that's got to be a white. Well, that is a confidence restorer out here. Wow, she's a tugging. That's a chunky girl. All right, there we go. Look at the size of that white bass. She is absolutely stunning. Look at those eyes. Look at get her back in. We'll keep going at it. That's a great sign for some really good river fishing today. Thanks, girl. Ooh, there we go. Look at that. Poling. These fish pole, man. All right. Chicken of the river. These fish are delicious. They are kind of phasing out in my area. Pretty soon won't be able to catch them. Pretty little one. Well, everybody, that's about all we have time for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. A little pre-storm, mid-storm, and post-storm fishing. Had a good time making the video. Got a decent variety. Just a lot of whites and skips out today, so I don't feel like I'm missing out on too much heading out. I got to go home and install a roof rack on my car, so hopefully that goes well. Good to yourselves, be good to each other, and get some good fish on, my friends.